Hey girl, hey, happy Wednesday. It's Real Talk Wednesday. How's everybody doing today? It's for some people it's Hump Day Wednesday. For me, it's Wind Down Wednesday because I'm not interested in doing any humping. It's the middle of the week. My week is winding down. It's not moving faster. I'm not working harder. I'm actually working slower. So it's wind down Wednesday for me. It may be hump day Wednesday for you. So do you. Do what you got to do. Get your hump on. And I'm going to get my wine on. Okay? Anyway, hey girl, hey. So today we are going to be talking about, what's our topic? Desperate love settles. Okay? So I posted a quote about when you're desperate, you end up settling for far less than what you deserve. Now that's a good point to make because what do you feel like you deserve? For one, now for me, I like to talk about me because why not? Okay, always use myself as an example. So but anyway. What do you deserve? For me, the sky's the limit. I think I'm the cream of the crop. Okay. I have very high standards. I think a lot of myself. When it comes to love and relationships, honey, my nose is all the way, all the way up here. I'm looking down on folks like this. No, thank you. And, but a lot of people, women, men, you feel like, okay, what, I just want somebody in my life. I just want to be loved. I just want to be cared for. And so it leads to desperation, and it leads to bad decisions, involving yourself with someone that you wouldn't ordinarily get involved with out of desperation. So let's talk about it, okay? I got this little song from Gregory Porter that I love, and I'm just gonna quote just a little bit of it. It says, "Don't be a fool. Don't give your nights to someone else while giving days to someone who really loves you." So it's a lot of people in situations like that. I just meet a lot of women that seems to make really bad choices in love because they feel like they want to be loved, they want to be in a relationship, and so they just make a lot of desperate choices. And I'm very hard, when women come to me and we start, having a conversation about some of the choices they made and, how they got in this situation and, and then they turn around and married the fool, that kind of stuff, if the relationship was already bad and you knew it was bad. He was cheating on you. He wasn't paying bills, just trifling, disrespectful. And then you turn around and said, "I do." So you act like saying "I do" was going to make it be better. So you just made a bad situation worse. So what I want to talk about is a lot of times when women are lonely, they become very desperate for attention. Now, I saw this quote, and it's just not my thought, but it do apply to a lot of y'all, okay? It says that some of you all should, wants attention so bad, you should make that your status on Facebook or Instagram. Wants attention as their status because they're seeking attention. So instead of seeking attention, maybe you should be seeking respect. You should be looking for someone that's going to admire you, respect you, not someone that's going to give you some attention. And that's why a lot of women end up in these desperate situations because someone gives them attention. Now, I'm getting ready to talk about some people, not you in particular, but I'm getting ready to talk about some people, okay? Now, let's talk about one desperate situation. You have women out here, they dating former crackheads, okay? And some of them not former, some of them still doing drugs, and they doing drugs. They smoking weed every day, you know, and that weed leads them to to a higher drug because they want to get higher, okay? And so you meet a guy and he has a drug habit, okay? So maybe you don't know when you meet him he has a drug habit, okay? You meet him, he has a drug habit, but you need to be watchful, you know, mindful of the things that people do. See, watch their actions, you know, see how they spend their money, see what they think is important to them. And then, okay, you find out that he has a drug habit and you still involved with him. You've fallen in love with him now. Well, I'm just trying to find out, you know, what will it take for you to fall out of love? If a crackhead or someone that's had alcohol problem or drug problem, you having a problem of falling out of love with someone with bad habits that's going to take you down a rabbit hole that you can't dig yourself out of. Someone that's getting ready to ruin your life, your status, put you in a situation, you know, a lot of these women bailing folks out of jail, and if they ain't bailing them out of jail, they putting money on their books, you know. Now you taking care of yourself and you taking care of somebody, you know, that's locked up, you know, and they making all kind of promises to you, okay? But anyway, that's a desperate move, okay? When you meet a man and he has a drug habit, leave him where you meet him, honey. Don't fall in love because somebody give you some attention and you found out they got some problems with drugs. You need to leave them alone, okay? Now, number 2. All right, now, I watch Love After Lockup. So it's a lot of women out here that's meeting these men that's in jail, you know, and they not only meet them in jail, they are on the website, you know, with their pictures posted up, you know, seeking, they have jail dating sites. So they seeking jailbirds to date. Lord have mercy. Where did we get this? How did we get here? They looking for jailbirds to date. They out there, honey, sending these men pictures, money, supporting these men while they are in jail so they can have a man when he gets out. Lord, today. Now, I know times is hard and, you know, the brothers, you know, they might not always be 100%, but you know, at least they're not locked up behind bars, you know, and at least a brother that's not locked up, you can see, you know, hopefully what he's doing, and, you know, you can see some actions. But here's somebody in jail that you taking care of, that you put money on their books, you know, and when these guys get out of jail, you think you're the only woman that's putting money on their books. You think you're the only one. Oh, he loves me. He loves me, honey. Well, honey, I hate to tell you. He loves what you're giving him. He loves what you're doing for him. He loves that commissary. He loves you giving him some gambling money so he can gamble and play cards and have time to spend his time. Then he loves the fact that he has money to lend to the other inmates because he's the man up in there, okay? And you carrying this man. And a lot of these women got children. So you taking care of your man in jail, and you're taking care of your children, you got a problem. You desperate, honey. You are very, very desperate. I'm here to tell you, you're desperate, okay? So, you're making some bad choices. You know, that's not a good idea. So here comes somebody say, well, what happens if I'm dating a guy and he goes to jail? And he gets in trouble, he goes to jail. Do I give him up or do I stop supporting him? Well, yes. Yep, he goes to jail. He makes a choice. You know, we're adults. He make a decision that puts him behind bars. You know, you can't afford to take care of somebody in jail and take care of yourself and take care of your family if you have children or whatever. And maybe you can't afford. Let's say you can't afford. Let's say nobody take care but you. Why do you want to do it? It's what I want to know. What makes you want to send your money to the jail, girl? Trust me, you are not the only one that's sending him money. That man is in there trying to survive, okay? And then some of y'all, okay, yeah, I'm talking about you. Go and marry a man in jail. Now, I don't even know how they do that. It's bad enough, honey, to be sending your money, taking care of men in jail, honey, and taking care of them and their commissary and their friends. And then you go down there with your stupid self, honey, and you go down there and get married, and some of y'all go down there and get married so y'all can have some conjugal visits. Lord, today, honey, I know one thing, honey. Men, is ever since I've known men, they've been giving away some ping, honey. You didn't have to go down there and marry one in jail to get some, but I guess you had to do what you had to do. All right, so the next, I'm gonna get off of that, but those are facts. That's what's happening out here, y'all. Now, here's another desperate situation. You have a lot of women in bad relationships with men that they move into their home. They won't work. The men won't keep a job to save their lives. They land up in there, they dropping you off at work, honey, and then they disrespecting you, driving around in your car, picking up other women. You don't call them cheating and all this kind of stuff. And honey, you just will not let it go. And I'm trying to figure out, what is it about him that you love so much? He's not doing anything for you. He's not taking care of you. You're doing everything from him. I mean, were you taught as a woman to take care of a man? Is that what's going on now? You know, because maybe I missed the lesson. Because they ain't teach me none of that, you know. They ain't teach me none of that. My mom, them didn't tell me, honey, when you meet a man, honey, you take him in and you go ahead and feed him real good, and, you know, and he gonna love you real good, and you give him your keys, you know, to your car, and he just drive around and do whatever he wants to do, you know, drop you off at work while you go to work, and he laying around, you know, eating bonbons and stuff. So y'all got to stop this foolishness, because this is some foolishness here, you know. And I think a lot of this problem comes with your lack of self-esteem. You have no goals for yourself. You have no dreams, no big dreams, you know, no desires. And maybe you don't believe in your capabilities of attracting someone in your life that can be the type of man that you desire. I think a lot of women give up on their desires. I remember years ago, I used to go out and hang out, and I put on my glad rags and my best outfit. You know, my girlfriends used to say, "What you wearing?" I said, "What I'm wearing is I'm wearing something, honey, that where I don't have to pay for my drinks, and I can be taken care of throughout the night. That's what I'm wearing, okay? And I suggest you do the same and stop worrying about what I'm wearing, okay?" But that was back in the day. I'm just, you know, sharing it with you, you know, how I roll. So, but anyway, a lot of you women don't have confidence in yourself that you can even meet a man that can be a man to you, that can be a gentleman to you, someone that can open the doors for you, someone that can cater to you, someone that can treat you like a lady, you know. And women used to say to me all the time, "Oh, well, I don't even have a chance, girl, if you're going out." I said, you have a lot of chances. You have chances, because guess what? The man that's looking for me, he is not looking for you. So stop being so intimidated by someone else looking good. Get yourself together. Get in there and get your glad rags on. Get in there and get cute, you know, and have some self-confidence about yourself, and start attracting the type of man that you want in your life. Stop looking at other women and say, "Oh, she got a good man." You can get one too, because they out there. Stop prophesying and quit saying there are no good men out there and all the good men are married, and half of them, well, I was getting ready to say something, but half of these married men ain't good, honey. So you could just stop saying that, because, honey, half of them is out here cheating like hoes in the street, honey. They cheating hard. So just because somebody married don't mean they no good man, okay? But anyway, I'm not gonna get on that today, but that sounds like another subject. Okay, but anyway, have confidence in yourself. Some of you all's problem with this desperate choosing and these desperate choices that you all are making have a lot to do with your self-esteem, how you feel about yourself, what you feel like you can attract, what do you feel like you deserve, you know? Do you feel like you deserve a good man? Don't you feel like that? So if you feel like you deserve better, let the trash go. Take the trash to the trash can and let the trash go. You know, I used to tell my girlfriends years ago, they used to laugh at me. I used to say, all these old no good men, I'm going to get a dump truck and I'm going to drive by the neighborhood, honey, and you can throw yours in the back, and I'm going to just take them all to the dumpster and dump them. And that's what you need to do. If you're in a relationship with someone and that person is not treating you the way that you want to be treated, and I talk about this a lot, how you want to be treated. What are you attracting? What are you doing? How did you end up in that situation? How did you end up with a crackhead? How did you end up with a jail man that's locked behind bars and you paying to take care of him? How did you end up in that? What is it that you think about yourself that will put you in a situation to even be falling in love with someone like that? Now, I'm just saying, what I'm saying to you is this. I know that anybody can fall down the rabbit hole. Anybody could get addicted to drugs or alcohol or get arrested and go to jail, for whatever reason. That can happen to anybody, okay? Things happen in life, you know what I mean? But I'm not talking about someone, that, had to knock somebody upside the head because they was messing with their child, or someone, that went to jail, because they had a car accident or something like that. I'm talking about these intentional criminals. I'm talking about these drug boys that run these drugs. I'm talking about your thugs. I'm talking about your folks that be packing, walking around. They want to shoot up everybody. They step on their feet. I'm talking about career criminals. You people out here dating career criminals and falling in love with them, and taking care of them while they're in jail because you're so desperate for love. And you think so little of yourself. How can you think so little of yourself to put yourself in a position? And many of you women are not only putting yourself in a position, but you also putting your children, exposing your children to this nonsense. It's got to stop. Stop exposing yourself and your children and your families to situations that you shouldn't even be in yourself. I talked about it last week. Let the dead bury the dead. Trust me, it's some people out there will take care of their crackhead boyfriends because they do drugs too. They understand. But I'm talking about women that get up and go to work and they're taking care of themselves. They want to be loved. And just because somebody say, hey, oh, you very attractive, how you doing, run some game on you, and you think because you're so lonely and desperate, you just go on into a relationship with them. You haven't even checked the person out to see anything about them. You just so glad to have somebody's attention. And I told you before, you're going to have to learn how to love yourself. Learn how to take your own self out to dinner. Put yourself in an environment where you can meet decent people. But you're never going to meet those people if you're sitting around waiting on someone else to take you out and to entertain you. Put your clothes on, girl. Get up, honey. If you need to lose some weight, honey, get to walking around the neighborhood, honey, and stop eating so daggone much. Put some of that plate-by food. Food is some of y'all problem because y'all worship, honey, a meal. Just stop the nonsense. You know what I mean? Take some pride in yourself. Your mirror is telling the truth. Whatever you see is what it is, okay? I don't have to tell you. Your mirror is telling you what you see, okay? Take some pride in yourself. Get yourself together, honey, and put yourself in environments where you can meet people that qualify for your time, okay? A lot of you are women. These men are running games on you. Now, I know a situation where this woman, she met a good man. She said he was a good man anyway. And, he got a good job. That's what she say. He got a good job. And how is it that you taking care of him? Now, I don't even understand that. Somebody help me understand it. You say he a good man. And he got a good job. But you helping him. Well, what he doing with his money? I know what he doing with his money. He's spending it on somebody that ain't as stupid as you are. Okay? So stop the nonsense. Learn how to value who you are as a woman. And if you value who you are as a woman, you will start rejecting a lot of this trash. And then you will not have to be thinking, oh, woe is me, and there are no good men out there, and I can't meet nobody nice. You can't meet nobody nice because you ain't got sense enough to meet nobody nice. Because the first man say something to you, honey, there you go. Next time a man say something to you, you just say hello. Hey, how you doing? Don't act like, honey, you just met a pot of gold because you don't even know what's in that pot. Calm yourself down, okay? Calm yourself down, all right? I love y'all so much, honey. So anyway, stop being desperate, honey. Don't be a fool giving your nights to someone else while giving your days to someone who really loves you. Hey, girl, hey.